Morning. My name is Marcel Brown, and I was Matt's grandfather. This is my wife Elizabeth, his grandmother. And I would like to say, I've tried to think of something to say, but this is hard. Number one, it's unnecessary. If someone had just behaved himself, it's totally uncalled for, but nevertheless, it happened, and we are here, amen. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Gethsemane, because everyone here from the very beginning has treated us like royalty, and we're not royalty, but you have been so wonderful, and I am proud that he was a member of your police department. Speaking to an officer yesterday who was driving us, he said at that time, he was saying it was 4 police departments involved in the situation. That I don't know if there are more now, but I would like to say to everyone, thank you. And this morning, on the way here this morning, the streets were lined with people and police officers. It's left me speechless. We live in a nation now that's very, very divided. And I would like to see Congress to see what this community has done around this event, because they need to work together. And I would like to Sergeant Howard's family, you have our prayers, because we're both going through the same thing. Needless. And much has been said about Matt, and I can remember, he lived with us his senior year in high school, and he was kind of headstrong, if you know what I mean. Young male, feeling his oats. I remember he worked a job, and he was saving money to buy a car. Of course, I'd wanted him to first of all, I'd want him to save more money, buy a better car, because I didn't want the responsibility of having a teenage driver in the house, because when they're out, you can't sleep until they get in. And he would have been in earlier or else, because I can remember our oldest son, when he graduated from high school, turned 18, you'd ask him to do something, and he'd look at you. He'd do it, but his step got a little slower. And my mother-in-law said, oh, he's just smelling himself. You know how it can be, amen. But, but he saved his money, and on his own, he got a friend take him to an automobile auction. He bought his own car. And I was when he got the car home, looked at it, and the young boys, they recognized it right away, because I thought maybe he got a 4-cylinder or a V6. No, he got a turbocharged engine. See, that was faster. But, and to the officer that is going to speak after us, he said he and Matt, he was Matt's friend. I think they were in the academy together. He said that, Matt talked about you all the time. He said that you had a great impact upon his life. I didn't realize that, because at the time, I was seeking to be a father. And a father doesn't always tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you should hear. And Chief spoke about his dress, amen. I can remember when he was in school, once he challenged one of his teachers to a dress-off, so to speak. I think because the teacher had a little more money, he probably outdressed him, but they enjoyed the competition. And, didn't write anything down. I spent a lot of time last night thinking, and thoughts came and thoughts went. But the biggest thing that has come to me is how this community has come together for these 2 men. It's amazing. And I tip my hats to you. And in the Bible, Jesus said that he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. But that same Bible says that Satan came to kill and to destroy. Well, he accomplished part of that mission. This is evidence of the killing part. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's not let him destroy. Please. That's up to all of us. Your job is, you have a job that's very hard. It's very difficult. And we're living in a day and time now when, in many cases, you're not getting the respect that you are due. But I'm going to tip my hat to you. We need you. And I realize that there have been, in a few cases, there have been some things that have happened among your comrades that hasn't been right. And of course, what everybody does when something happens like that happens, they paint everybody with the same brush. But to you, I tip my hat because I can't find words to describe what you've done. And this is one of those times when saying thank you is all I can say, but it's not enough. But I'll say it anyway. Thank you very much. And young man, you have been remarkable. I'm speaking about your chief. He has been remarkable. He is. If you officers follow his example, you know, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Is the governor here also? Thank you very much. I'm saying thank you to you for the state of Florida. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.